Tonight we're talking about real life property investment disasters and how to avoid them. Got some people that we're going to put on the panel, so I'm really looking forward to that. But put things in perspective. I was at our Rouse Hill office earlier in the week, and there's a lot of noise going on around property at the moment. A lot of people talking things, and every time you open the paper there was something different. And I was speaking to a guy, and he inquired about putting a granny flat onto his property and another one on a property in Quakers Hill. And anyway, I got chatting to him, and he was talking about himself and talking about properties, and it came out that he'd been investing for a long time. He was in his 70s now. He had a nice $4 million home in Kenthurst. He had unencumbered, and he had 19 unencumbered properties, 5 with granny flats on them. He had a net income from his properties. He's like, mate, I'm just a lazy bastard, and he earned 250 grand a year from property, right? So quite often, in our business, and I'm sure in the accountancy business, we see people that are at that, aspiring stage and with still have debt and not at this other end. But I mean, he was, to motivate him and take him the noise out. He's got a thing in his study, he was telling me, where he framed it. It was from a real estate magazine in 1972, and there was a Bondi mansion there for $16,000. And there was also a property in Epping for a 5-bedroom house on 1,500 square metres in Epping for $8,000. So, you look at those things now and what they'd be worth. But, his point, and the reason he keeps that in a frame, is just to remind him that in the long term, property is a good investment, is something. So regardless of what's happening and the noise that's going on in the market, in terms of if you look at property over time and take the noise out of it, because it's not something we just get into for now, it's something that we look at from a long-term perspective, and take the noise out of it. So I thought that was a great way. So I did ask him if he's going to come on and do a podcast with us. So he agreed. So he's got some really great stories. So we'll get him on, and it'll be good to do a podcast with him and learn more. So disclaimer, this is just general information. So get advice, speak to the proper professionals, get independent legal and financial advice. We've got some professionals here that you'll hear from tonight, and some buyers agents and so forth. So anyone that you need to talk to, we can put you in touch.